Okay, so let's unpack a truly unique story today.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at a group, People's Union USA, and what they've called the McBoycott for social justice.
Right. The McBoycott.
Yeah, imagine this. A whole week, June 24th to June 30th, an economic blackout of McDonald's.
A full week.
Their stated mission, to hit McDonald's, and I quote, deep-fried, late capitalist soul.
Okay, quite the phrasing.
And push for corporate morality via drive-thru abstinence.
Drive-thru abstinence.
Or-
Got it. The leader is this guy, John Schwartz, described as a part-time spiritual DJ.
A spiritual DJ. Interesting title.
And, well, apparently things got a little theatrical. Someone dramatically lit a wilted Filet-O-Fish sandwich using a limited edition BTS meal bag.
Okay, that's definitely theatrical.
Yeah.
But what's fascinating here is that it wasn't just about those initial claims, right? About McDonald's maybe scaling back DEI efforts.
Right. It seemed to grow from there.
Exactly. It sort of ballooned into this huge scrollable list of demands. You had things like calls for more ethical beef sourcing. Okay, that sounds fairly standard for activism.
Sure, but then also demands for an apology for the McPizza.
So the McPizza, seriously.
Yep. And even, get this, immediate reparations for the emotional damage caused by the McRib's seasonal disappearance.
Wow. Okay, so a real mix of serious points and, well, McRib grief.
Precisely. It's a kind of a modern tactic, using humor, maybe absurdity to get attention online, though sometimes the core message gets a bit lost.
And McDonald's, what did they say?
Well, their corporate response was pretty detached. Something like, we remain committed to all communities.
Sounds standard.
Unless those communities are asking us to pay more taxes or raise wages.
Ooh, a bit blunt.
Yeah, it really highlights that gap you often see, right, between activist demands and, well, corporate priorities, which are usually about the bottom line.
So beyond the slogans and the burning fish sandwich, what were people actually doing? What was the protest toolkit?
Ah, the toolkit. Yeah, that was something else. It suggested things like resisting late-night fry cravings by meditating under a vision board of broccoli.
Meditating under broccoli.
Okay. Sending strongly worded emails to Mayor McCheese.
To Mayor McCheese. Does he even have an email?
Apparently. Or, replacing meals with quiet rage and hummus.
Quiet rage and hummus, a powerful combo.
And attending fast food accountability drum circles in Whole Foods parking lots, naturally.
Naturally. Did Schwartz say what success looked like?
Yeah, he defined victory pretty broadly. If even one person chooses kale over capitalism, we win.
Kale over capitalism, okay. But what about on the ground? Any conflicting reports?
Oh, definitely. There was this quote from an Omaha drive-thru employee. They said, we had like 12 protests yesterday, half vegan, half paleo. They all argued for 20 minutes, then came inside and ordered McFlurries.
Huh. Okay, so maybe a slight disconnect between the ideal and the reality there.
Just a bit. It highlights that tension, doesn't it? Between wanting change and, well, wanting McFlurry.
So connecting this to the bigger picture then, McDonald's Q1 earnings, they actually showed their worst U.S. performance since the COVID lockdown, right?
That's right. And Schwartz's followers, they jumped on it immediately.
Let me guess. They claimed it was their doing.
You got it. A direct result of organized spiritual resistance.
Even though the boycott hadn't actually started yet?
Exactly. Analysts pointed more towards, inflation, value menus changing, that sort of thing.
So what was the view from McDonald's HQ? Were they worried?
Reports suggest leadership was, let's say, mildly aware, but maybe more focused on things like charging $11 for a cheeseburger in New York.
Right. Priorities.
And speaking of Schwartz, there were some anecdotes about his own struggles.
Oh, like what?
Apparently, he was seen tearfully returning to use a McDonald's bathroom, saying he needed to use the facilities but not support the system.
Okay.
And later, allegedly caught eating a sausage McGriddle while wearing an Eat the Rich, Not the Fries hoodie.
Oh, dear. That's awkward.
No, it just shows, it can be tough to live the message 24/7.
So what's next for this group?
Well, the plans are ambitious. July is supposed to be a great American blackout, targeting Amazon, Starbucks, and Home Depot.
Wow, expanding targets.
And then August is the triple threat, back to McDonald's, but also Walmart and Lowe's.
Assuming,
as the reports noted, their parents will still let them borrow the car.
right. Okay, so what does this all mean for you listening? It's quite a mix, isn't it? You've got these big ideals, some really surprising tactics, and then just the everyday reality of trying to make change.
Mm-hmm.
Does it tell us anything new about consumer power? Or maybe just, the enduring appeal of a good McFlurry?
And I think that raises a really important question for all of us, doesn't it? When we think about resistance or activism, what does winning actually look like? Is it always about the big public gestures, the viral moments? Or is it sometimes just about those small, maybe unseen personal choices? Like, actually choosing the kale over capitalism when that craving really hits. Something to think about.